It's bittersweet that Cobra Kai has finally came to an end. Now, the show, in my opinion, really has been one of the better shows on TV the last few years. And coming into part 3, I was really unclear where they would take the show. That said, my original thought or opinion around this, that there never should have been a part 3, I stand by it. Pushing this out, it was really just a cash grab by the show creators and Netflix to keep people subscribed a little longer. The writers were told write a part 3. They were probably disgruntled about doing it because it doesn't make sense. That said, part 3 actually surprised me how good it ended up being. The first episodes were a complete yawn, of course, as we saw some really strange storylines and watched the tournament return to the hometown. In the end, though, I thought we got an excellent wrap-up. We got what we wanted with Tori and Miguel in the finals. More importantly, I think, was watching Johnny with Daniel as his sensei beat a superior opponent in the arena where things went so wrong for him 40 years ago. It was an unrealistic way to in terms of what actually happened. I don't think that would actually happen in a karate tournament, but I was absolutely certain he was going to do the crane kick when it was tied up 2-2, but hey, that probably would have been just a little bit too silly even for this. Johnny, though, he won with defense, not offense, and came to realize the importance of learning both. And also, after the tournament, we got to see him reopen Cobra Kai and do what he loves, which is teaching karate. In the end, it seems like all the characters, even the minor ones, got the happy ending they needed. Now, coming back to the tournament, part 3 has what we needed all along. Miguel and Tori in the finals. Miguel was really the first character that was trained by Johnny. In fact, he won the first tournament, the All Valley Championship. And Tori really became kind of a fan favorite when I think she came in season 3 to the show, but she's really been the fan favorite. She's had the tough life. I do think, though, a better option for having Tori get in the finals would have been if she fought Sam, maybe in either the finals or the semifinals, and of course had Tori win. They could still remain friends. They don't have to have some bitter rivalry or some sort of drama. But coming back to this, Robbie in his situation, I think that they could have kept this in part 2 and just had him in Barcelona get hurt and then just have Miguel just fill in for him. Now let's talk about Miguel quickly switching teams. I'm no karate tournament expert, but this seems much more realistic that if Robbie did break his leg, the organizers would allow a substitute like pretty much any sport does. That's why you have a bench in basketball or football and you have people. So if someone's hurt, that someone can step in. So I don't think the tournament organizers would allow him to change dojos as the tournament started. Anyhow, we also saw some strange character developments too in the show. Some were good, some were a little bit weird. Kreese, he's somber and remorseful. Danny doesn't seem to care about karate early on. That does change. Johnny breaks down crying in front of Kreese. And the writers, I thought, did an excellent job, I thought, showing how Johnny's life was so negatively impacted by him getting hit with that crane kick. We're so used to seeing him as the ass kicker and rarely get to see him use his or have raw emotion. And we know, Johnny is so in love with karate. It's such a big part of his life, yet at the same time, it's ruined his life. How Kreese, that tournament went so wrong for him. Now, one weird storyline was Sam quitting. I thought the writers took the easy way out here, and everyone we know wants to see Tori in the finals, not Sam. And how about Jessie from Saved by the Bell making an appearance hitting on Chosen? Has she done anything else besides Showgirls? I think she did the new Saved by the Bell, but wow, the acting is definitely gotten better since some of the Saved by the Bell clips we've seen. In general, I think this season was pushed out unnecessarily, although I'm glad they didn't try and introduce some sort of pointless storyline. We really got the ending we needed, although I didn't think they had to have killed off Kreese and Terry. They should have just remained the bad guys in the show. All this said, we got the absolute key thing that we should have happened. Johnny running his own dojo, a successful one packed with Daniel doing Miyagi-Do. Also, I have to quickly point out that entire storyline with Mr. Miyagi, in the first two parts was completely unnecessary and just a dumb thing to do. I don't know why they felt like they needed to do it. It really didn't add much to the show. This all raises the question, though. The next question I think is around, is there going to be a follow up season in the future? I actually think that it's surely possible. The stars of the show are really Johnny and Daniel, in my opinion. Johnny is really the main star of this show. He's what really drives it. Daniel, of course, is good, but it's really Johnny's show, and their story and their relationship are really what resonates with viewers, and both, they're still passionate about karate. Now, a new show could introduce a whole new group of students, ones with different strengths and weaknesses, like we saw with characters like Hawk and Tori and Miguel. I believe they could relaunch this in a few years, and that it could be, and that is the best option. I think it could actually be a pretty good show once again. They would have to come up with some interesting storylines. They couldn't rely so much on legacy characters, but they might be able to even have like Robbie and Tori come back as senseis, although I'm not sure that that would be the best option. I would keep probably the focus still on Johnny and Danny for the time being. All this said, it's a bit sad to see this show go, but it was time. It had a good run, and it had some great seasons and episodes. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the time.